Hey guys, it's Non-Lammers of Invoked 101, and today I'm doing my updated Speedroid deck. This took way too long to do, and we are on the cusp of a ban list, so doing deck profiles like this feel a little bit safer instead of doing stuff like Invoked McKnight and such like that. So, but I will be seeing. I think I will be updating my Invoked McKnight deck soon to just kind of show off what's going on in there. But yeah, I wanted to show this off because this deck has changed quite a bit since the last time you saw it, and I did talk about how I would upload an updated one pretty soon. So it is not pretty soon since when I said that, but yeah, I'm also using my old camera, so if the video quality does look a little bit different, I'm sorry. I'm just using my older camera because my new camera is actually rigged up to work with this monstrosity of a tripod that's very nice. So we actually might see the way that deck profiles are filmed a little differently on the channel because this tripod is actually quite a bit more massive than the other one. So yeah, so anyway, let's talk about the main deck monsters. This deck was actually really fun to put together. I love Speedroid so much, so putting this deck together was quite fun, and also really tested kind of like what building strategies to use. So we'll start with one Terratop because he's at 1, but you still play him because we're playing Speedroids. There's a very good starter. And 3 Tectomber because getting that extra special summon on the board is very nice, and the majority of the deck is wind, so yeah, just getting him out is very nice. For our tuners, I'm playing 3 Red-Eyed Dice. It's one of the most amazing tuners an archetype can have. Being able to modulate your levels in a synchro deck is nuts. Also he's a level 1, so you know, like Link Rebo if you really want. Then I'm playing 3 Den Daiko. So what he does is he special summons a Speedroid from the graveyard, but it has to be a tuner, so the only thing he's really special summoning is dice, which is nice because, ooh, that rhymed. But that's good because it means you don't have to waste your speed recoveries on the Red-Eyed Dice. Instead, you can just use this guy right here. So let's move on to the next Speedroids. That's just the first wave of stuff that we use for Speedroid, just like the smaller engine and whatnot. So we'll set them to the side, and then we're running a 3-2-1 ratio, and that means we're running 3 horse because he summons 1 from hand, like one of the gold and silver gadgets, which you can't really use in this deck, but you can use this guy, so it works out pretty good with this. Then I'm running 2 Yo-Yo. I believe I said I'd bump him up to 3, and I played him at 3, and it worked pretty okay, but just the fact that he needs something in the graveyard to get going, and he needs a normal summon to do it, means that he's a turn 2 card, so I'd rather see him, like as I drew into him, other than horse. I want to see horse just more. And then for our 1, we're playing 1 Menko just to stop us getting killed. I will, by the way, this deck doesn't play hand traps because it's more of a casual build, but you'll see cards that you can take out and put in for like hand traps. I'll mention a few of them if you really want. But yeah, I'll just talk about like a few that you can probably take out for hand traps. So let's set those off to the side, and we'll talk about the supplementary engine, which is the Wind Witches. So once again, we're playing a 3-2-1. We're playing 3 Ice because she's the Terratop of the group. 2 Glass, she's the Stratos of the group, and 1 Snow, she's the Tactomberg of the group. She also makes the Invincible Crystal Wing, so I might bump this up to 2, but like I was playing 1 originally in Speedroids, so we'll just see how this goes. And then lastly, for the last supplementary engine, I am playing the Darkworm Destrudo engine, which I started playing because there's quite a few level 7s that actually do work, and getting this in the graveyard really early along with a tuner that modulates its level instantly to spit out a clear wing without jumping through too many hoops is pretty nice. So that's why we're playing. And also finally got our Hollow Destrudos that I get to use because I didn't get to show them off in my ABC deck profile because I hit Ancient Fairies, so might as well use them here. No Hollow Darkworm though. I need to pick one up. This is, by the way, this is something you could take out for hand traps if you really feel like it, but just playing around with it. So let's talk about spells and traps, shall we? Let's do that. So for our spells, we're running 3 Speed Recovery as our first revival card. Oh my god, this card is stupid. being able to revive any Speedroid from the graveyard and then the next turn add one from the grave back to hand by banishing it is nuts. The only thing that would make this card better is if Chambara could grab it when he's summoned. So then for our next revivals, we're running Monster Reborn because it's good and this deck actually kind of needs a little bit more, and Soul Charge because this is a synchro deck, so Soul Charge is very nice. And then I actually came to a weird point where I was like, I don't know what to take out because of what I added in, and I came to the conclusion that I want to run 2 MST or 2 Twin Twisters or whatever over the 1/1-for-1 and the 1 limiter removal because this would come up more. So that's what I'm playing these for. Of course, you could always take these out and put those in. You could play hand traps over these, but this is just what I'm playing right now. And then, of course, to finish out our Destrudo engine, I'm playing 2 Terraforming and 2 Dragon Ravine. I do have Secrets, but I have a playset of Secrets and 2 Supers, so this is what ended up in this deck. Secrets are going to go in Cyberdark, so if you want to see what those are doing, you know, if you want to see the Cyberdark deck, I'll put it together for you guys. But yeah, so that's all the spells, because we do have to play traps in this deck. But yeah, that's the only Speedroid card that we're playing. So let's talk about the traps. I'm playing 2 Solemn Strike, 1 Solemn Warning, and 1 Solemn Judgment. I felt that this is the best amount of traps to run, and it also rounds out the deck because this deck does kind of like to go first, but it also can go second. Speedroids really are a comeback deck, so having some Solemns in there are pretty nice. But let's talk about the extra deck because the extra deck really does determine if a synchro deck is good or not. So I'm playing 2 Chambara. Chambara I think is really good, just being able to attack and also gain attack and whatnot. He was better with limiter removal, but he's still a really good card right now, so I'm not going to complain. Then we have 1 Kendama, once again just another very good card, just, more of a stepping stone anymore, but you know, being able to burn your opponent for a little bit of damage, you know, maybe going into time, and this is all you have, and then like piercing through one of their things, or if you know you go into time and it's your turn, yeah, so you can do some stuff with it. Just being able to burn your opponent turn 1 for 500 is pretty dope to finish out the game when you're in time. I'm playing Samurai Destroyer. This is one of our Destrudo targets to make. I actually don't know what it does, so let's find out together. If this card battles an opponent's monster, your opponent can't activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Very nice. Also, that opponent's monster's effects has its effects negated during the damage step. So if you can get this guy a little bit bigger, you can run over Crystal Wing with this. So that's pretty cool. He's kind of like an Ancient Gear or Armades on steroids. If this face-up card in its owner's control leaves the field because of the opponent's card effect, target a machine in your graveyard, special summon it. Huh. Not bad. I like it. Synergizes with the deck pretty much because of the summoning machine. And honestly, just a pretty good stat line for a level 7, 2600. Is pretty beefy, in my opinion, for a level 7, so I like him. That's a good card. I'm glad we can make him off Destrudo. Very nice. Another Destrudo target is Black Rose Dragon, just a board wipe, really. So that's nice. And then for our level 7, for more level 7s, we have Windwitch Winterbell to summon stuff, and also because it's a stepping stone for the Windwitch cards. Clearwing Fast Dragon. Finally, you know, oh, you need a wind tuner or wind monster. Yeah, I get it. I got it. Okay, you don't have to comment it anymore on the Skull Serpent video. But yeah, I have him. He's pretty good. I'm gonna play him. Being able to just make stuff go to 0 from the extra deck is pretty good. Then I'm also running 1 regular Clearwing just because, you know, we got the Fast Dragon and the vanilla Clearwing. So that's good. I'm running 2 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragons because, oh, well, hang on, let's move these guys up right here, and then let's start making our way down here. So 2 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragons because this deck can make this card pretty consistently, and you know, you can make the invincible one, and then you can make the not invincible one for Speedroid, so there we go. And then for another level 8, Enlightenment Paladin. So real quick, I should probably explain why I actually have a little bit of a soft spot for Samurai Destroyer and Enlightenment Paladin, why Enlightenment Paladin is still in the deck. Yes, Enlightenment Paladin does burn damage, but the main reason is I actually have a buddy who plays Buster Blader a lot, and so it's really nice to have a level 7 and a level 8 that aren't dragons, because he plays Buster Blader. So that is the main reason they are in this deck. But running something over with 2500 and then burning for some damage, for the monster's attack points is pretty nice. So you're always doing 25, like, no matter what. Then for some other synchro monsters, we have Mistworm, because Mistworm is a wind, and I couldn't afford Trishula at the time. But if I could, if you want to play Trishula over Mistworm, you can play Trishula over Mistworm. Yeah, because Trishula doesn't target, he does. That's like the other big thing. So yeah, if you don't want to play him, I get it. Then I'm playing one Nirvana High Paladin to take away half my opponent's life points. I've always liked this card. I pulled it, and this was my only synchro deck, and I've always enjoyed playing this in my extra. Like I said, you don't have to play this. I like playing it. So yeah, and then we move into links, which before I talk about my link monsters, I don't have Summon Sorceress. So don't be like, oh, well, you should be playing Summon Sorceress, why aren't you playing it? Because I don't own it. If you have a Summon Sorceress that you would like to send me, go for it, message me. I will happily accept it. I'm playing Greatfly, because he's Mrs. Radiant for Wind. Took way too long to get this card. I can make all the complaints about the stupid attribute link monsters, but I'm not going to. Even though I should, but I won't. And then one Underclock Taker, because we're still playing it. And like I said, if you want to take out like Black Rose or a few like Kendama, you probably could get away with doing that. You could probably get away with taking out the Enlightenment Paladin. Like honestly, he's probably something I would take out. So if you want to drop a few, probably Kendama and Enlightenment Paladin, maybe Samurai Destroyer. I like having Samurai Destroyer in the extra deck. Nirvana, if you want to put in more links. But if you just want to put in Summon Sorceress and like Link Kribo, I would take out the Kendama and the Enlightenment, or the Enlightenment and the Nirvana. So if you want to do that. But yeah, that's it for the deck. I really like this deck. I have always had a soft spot for Speedroids, as they were the deck I played after I failed miserably with Cyber Dragons. So, Speedroids is another deck that, like, back in Master Rule 3, and I'm sitting at the lunch table, and all my friends are playing against me, and I'm playing D2Ds, and they're getting tired of my D2Ds. I would play Speedroids, and I never saw anyone get upset at this deck. I've never had any. Oh, you know what? That's a lie. I did have a dude playing Dinosaurs Rage Quit because I put Crystal Wing and Clear Wing on the board at the same time, and so it kind of made like this weird negation lock back in Master Rule 3. So that did happen, but yeah. And with, Speedroids are getting a few reprint cards, and they might even be getting a whole new card, and I really hope that they get a link monster that is like Needle Fiber, except it locks it into Wind for the rest of the turn. I don't think that would be too much to ask. And I think that would stop some of the Needle Fiber Insanity combos. I think if Speedroids got a guy who is like special summon a tuner from the deck, a Speedroid tuner from the deck, also you are locked into Wind for the rest of the turn. I think that would be just fine, and I think that would fix the issue, especially if you locked it into Wind machines. That would be the way to do it, as that would also give Symphonic Warriors, another synchro deck, mind you, a little bit of a bolster. So you would just have to play some Speedroid tuners with it. But yeah, so that's my deck. Tell me what you guys think about it in the comments below. Tell me what I can do to improve it. And if you want to see some live duels featuring this deck, I will happily put them together for you. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.